I want your soul.
So The Rock showed up on Friday Night Smackdown. What the fuck was that? There's a lot to unpack here. First thing is, Rock announced that New Orleans is going to get WrestleMania 42, so they did that big announcement. That's what was talked about online. And then they teased up that they were going to have a confrontation, a moment between Cody Rhodes and The Rock. And we got just that. You got The Rock in the ring. He's talking to the crowd. I gotta back up for a second here. Hold on, because it's just all fresh in my mind. The Rock came out, and someone's gonna know what exactly this was, but The Rock's music hit, and then there was something else that happened. Some hip-hop song, different Tron, something else interrupted The Rock's entrance, and then it went into Final Boss. It was very confusing. Anyways, then we get The Rock and Cody Rhodes in the ring, and The Rock is talking up Cody endlessly. He loves Cody Rhodes now. They're best buddies. They drink tequila. Their moms are friends now. There's nothing that happened at WrestleMania 40 just translates anymore. Rock's just over it, and he's totally cool with Cody Rhodes. So Cody's going along with all this and seems okay, and then it starts getting long and weird. So The Rock talks to Cody about he wants to take Cody from here to here. He wants to elevate Cody, which is very nice of the Final Boss to offer this. He explains how he is, part of TKO. He's on the board of directors. He's up there. He's like one of the main guys. He's running. He's in charge of everything. And then Rock gets into how he wants Cody Rhodes to be his champion. And this is the big thing that Rock kept reiterating over and over again. He wants Cody to become his champion. He is the WWE champion, but he wants to take him a little bit higher and make him his champion. Cody's a little reluctant in there, and he's like, I'm the people's champion. And he's like, yeah, you are, but I want to make you even bigger and make you my champion. Towards the end of the promo, The Rock is looking at Cody, and he's like, I want to take that. And he's like, you can't have my championship. And he's like, no, I want your soul. So The Rock is now a soul sucker. Apparently, some sort of demigod thing. And I'm into it. It's a little chaotic, but I'm here to stay. The Rock said he's looking for an answer from Cody Rhodes at Elimination Chamber. Now, Matt here, he got all a little tickled in the fun zone because I'm going to be at Elimination Chamber, which means I'm going to see Cody Rhodes and I'm going to see The Rock amongst all the Elimination Chamber stuff. So it's all very exciting for me. But Cody's going to give The Rock an answer of this soul-sucking business. So he's going to decide if he's going to work with The Rock or not work with The Rock. There's a lot to unpack with all of this. What was your impressions of this segment? I thought as a segment, I thought it was clunky and weird, and The Rock was being weird about it, and it didn't really make any sense, which I'm sure they are trying to not give anything away right now, that they want to be able to plant whatever seeds these are to have something kind of move forward into WrestleMania. Now, my big hope or speculation would have been maybe The Rock's gonna come out and address Roman Reigns, and boom, they're gonna do that Mania match. Doesn't sound like they're gonna do that. Doesn't sound like The Rock is actually going to have any type of match at WrestleMania, but you never know. He just showed up now on SmackDown out of nowhere to do this soul business, so we don't know what else could happen. But clearly he wants to take Cody into a new direction, under the wing of the Final Boss. I kind of thought to myself, maybe they'll become a tag team, but that gets weird, but everything's weird now. I wonder if to some degree, The Rock wants Cody to become his proxy for all things WWE. It could get interesting. It could also go completely flat, but where it could get interesting is how does Cody's attitude and everything change going into WrestleMania? So hear me out. We've seen some Cody changes going at like the Royal Rumble against Kevin Owens. He was very showy at the end of that, right? He's like stood over a bloody destroyed Kevin Owens, triumphant. And it was kind of like a side of Cody we hadn't really seen, which I liked. It was giving him a little more dimension instead of just the happy-go-lucky babyface. Now you have The Rock entering in to the fold right before WrestleMania. We're about to have Elimination Chamber where we could see a couple of people win the chamber. Realistically, I think it's John Cena could win the chamber, CM Punk could win the chamber. Those are my main picks. And there's a lot of stories in there. But with this whole new thing, with The Rock and that element, Cody at Elimination Chamber, if he has to come to some kind of decision with The Rock to basically go under his wing, work with him, and he wants to take everything from Cody Rhodes, like his being. Cody's character, I don't think is going to just very easily just say, nah, I'm not doing that, and screw you, Rock, and your tequila, and our moms can't be friends anymore. I don't think it's gonna be that black and white. I think they're gonna wanna leave these breadcrumbs and let this, whatever the story is going to be, play out through WrestleMania and after that. I think because The Rock is probably not going to wrestle. I don't think that we're going to get this Roman Rock match that they talked about forever. Doesn't seem to happen. Maybe do it at 42, but it's like that's like the last chance you got kind of deal. In the meantime, it feels like now what they're going to do is pivot Rock to be the higher power. Kind of like Vince was back in the day, but now it's The Rock. So if The Rock is going to be the higher power of this entire thing, will Cody kind of align with The Rock? Or will The Rock force Cody to align with him, under him, blackmail him, you know, hold him hostage in some way, hold everything over his head? Because he did talk about how, hey, I'm on the board, I am like the ultimate authority in here. And maybe that's going to scare Cody into having to do certain things that maybe he wouldn't do otherwise. So here's where it gets kind of interesting for me, where I start spinning my wheels a little bit, is the possibilities for WrestleMania. I think the most likely scenario for Chamber winner is John Cena. I think that is the great story to tell, two baby faces. But if you are going to go in that direction without The Rock, it's a good story. It's a lot of John Cena trying to get that championship, but it's two straightforward baby faces, and that's that. Big time match. But now with the wrinkle of The Rock involved, it does change things and make it a little bit more interesting, where maybe Cody's going to have a change of character. Maybe Cody's going to be more aggressive towards Cena if that is the main event, take things a little bit too far, do things that The Rock wants him to do so that Cody is still protected and holds on to that championship and I guess his soul, because he's worried about that now. It could be one of those things where The Rock is like in the corner of Cody Rhodes. Not that Cody totally wants it, but that he has to do it. And then you see more and more of this character changing Cody. This could lead, and I'm thinking long to like beyond WrestleMania, this could push Cody's character into more of a heel, but one that he doesn't want to be a heel until he does tip and he becomes that version. Cody is so beloved and the top guy. He's the guy. He is the champion. And you don't want to mess with that if you're WWE. So I wonder if they look at a way of how do we somewhat turn Cody or change his character a little bit, give a new dynamic, a new wrinkle to it all, and you're doing that using The Rock. Because The Rock plays people where it's like he's babyface in the ring and then he's telling everyone they got STDs in the crowd tonight. Like he goes both sides, whatever he wants to do in the moment. And he gets people to cheer for him and he's getting people to boo him. And I wonder if we see something like that at WrestleMania where Cody is leaning towards doing things for The Rock. It's like the Emperor in Star Wars or Thanos. Like he's just the ultimate guy at the very top of it all. Everyone has to fall in line, including who is the top champion. And if they do that with Cody, then you force him into having to do dastardly things or more heelish things, more aggressive things against more baby faces, which changes the whole lineup and the whole scenery out there of who he goes up against, Mania and beyond, so that it's not just him versus the next heel, because he's kind of gone through everybody. Most guys, like you could do Jacob Fatu, but we're not there yet. Like Cody has a straightforward babyface current iteration. He's kind of done it. So who do you have him go up against after WrestleMania? He does have the John Cena match. Maybe he retains against John Cena. Then you have Cody working with The Rock because he has to, for his family, for all of it, to keep everything. He's like, I thought too, by the way, sorry, because I'm filming this like right after The Rock did the segment. The Rock came off like the genie in Aladdin to me, where he's like, I will grant you wishes. Like I will give you everything you ever wanted. And maybe that's what's going to turn Cody to go to that side, to go to the dark side. And he has to actually play into that. And then you're going to see Cody do these things that he wouldn't otherwise do, because he has to hold his position at the top, which I think that is a very interesting element to his character. Instead of just one day waking up and deciding I'm going to be more aggressive and more heelish, there's no motivation there. This can all also lead to Rock being the proxy, using Cody Rhodes on his behalf to do everything so that Rock is puppet master. Cody has no choice, and then he has to do all these things for The Rock, which could be matches against Cena and beating him, beating Roman Reigns once again, and maybe at some point handing over the title to The Rock and giving it to him because that's his. I mean, Rock wants his soul right now. He doesn't want title belt. The Rock also didn't come out with the People's Championship. I thought that was interesting. That was an interesting little wrinkle if they cared about that at all. So they've made WrestleMania, they made the Elimination Chamber very interesting. I still think, like, part of me is I see this two ways. One side of me was like, I hope The Rock says he's gonna come and do a match at Mania or take the main event, or he's gonna challenge Cody for the title, just for the sheer chaos of WrestleMania, just for Triple H to his head to explode over what he has to do and pivot and change, and that the chamber would be totally messed up. We didn't get that. So I think that they're going in a different direction with all this, and we can still get the chamber to fall out the way they plan it to be. But it's still weird as hell that The Rock is now wanting to take souls. Maybe he's gonna have a faction of soul sucking people, where he goes around to everybody, he wants to take it all. It does leave big curiosity of what this means and what the direction will be. Kind of saving the whole thing of the Raw Netflix debut where he applauds Cody and confuses the audience, and The Rock clearly took issue with that because he brought it up on NXT. It makes people buy back into this story and, okay, what direction are you gonna go next with everything? It definitely makes Chamber a little more interesting, but what did you guys think? What did you think of The Rock's segment? I found it weird. I found it very uneven, and the music weirded me out at the beginning. I didn't know what was happening to me, and he wants his soul and not his title. But let me know in the comments below your thoughts, and if you guys want to check out more videos like this one right here, have yourself a great day. See ya. Rock's weird. That was weird, but it was fun.